Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Get Active with Mr Satt. I hope everyone's great. I hope everyone's having an awesome week so far. Just for your information, today we have got a core mobility session. So we said this at the start of the week. The reason for that being is that tomorrow is going to be a bit of an option during the Just Be days to do a nice total body session. So we didn't want you guys to miss out. So we did the core mobility session today instead. So tomorrow, if you'd like to do the total body session, there will be an opportunity to do that. Just a couple of housekeeping things. Please make sure we do this session you've got a clear space in front of you, so no obstacles. Please make sure that you've got appropriate footwear on, especially if you're working on a hard, slippery surface. And remember, if for whatever reason you do not feel comfortable in the exercises, please make sure you sit back, listen, and then get involved when you can, or substitute the exercise with something you may enjoy. Like we said before, the whole point of this is to try and find something that works for you and for you guys to have some enjoyment and some good time at the start of the day. So if there's a particular exercise that you struggle with or you don't feel comfortable with, substitute for something you enjoy. There's no issue with that at all. Okay. Just the other thing as well, I actually have an injured foot at the moment, so there'll be a couple today there'll be one exercise that I won't be able to participate in fully on that side. So instead, what I'll do is I will just tell you to switch or make sure you're doing both legs. So just make sure that you're aware you need to be doing both legs and that I may not be doing both. Okay, so without further ado, what we'll do is we'll get into a bit of our stretch and flex. Okay, so if you want to come over to, just find an empty space into the floor. And then all we're going to do is we're going to take our hands, put them out in front of us like so, and then we're going to push our hips back towards our heels, and just hold this position. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And then we're going to push our hips forward and have our chest tall. And again, we're just going to hold this position to settle into it. So deep breaths in. Awesome. And then from there, all we're going to do is we're going to push our hips to the sky. So we're going to go up onto our hands, we'll push our hips to the sky, and then we're going to go onto our tiptoes. So I'm going to do one leg. You should do two, so you should have both legs on the floor, stretch out your calves. Just trying to push your heels to the floor. So remember, you should have both legs on the floor and try and straighten out that leg. Awesome. So from there, I'm going to take my left leg forward. I'm going to drop my right leg to the floor. And I'm going to go into a hip flexor stretch. So I'm just going to push my hips forward, slow push forward. I'm not going to overextend through my back, so just slight push forward. And then from there, I'm going to put my hands on my head. And then I'm going to stretch over to the side. Awesome. And then all I'm going to do is put my hands to the floor and I'm going to go back into that calf stretch. So remember, you should have both feet on the floor here. You should be stretching out both your calves. Really try and push those heels to the floor. Awesome. Then I'm going to take my right leg, put my right leg to my right hand, and I'm going to go back into that hip flexor stretch. So it's on the opposite side. Remember, I'm not trying to overextend through my back like so. Just a slight push forward, belly button tucked in. Then I'm going to put my hands above my head. And then I'm just going to stretch over the side. Awesome. So I'm going to just put my hands back to the floor. And then from here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left leg. I'm going to shoot my left leg out to the side. I'm then going to try and push my hips back towards the floor. Sorry, hips back towards my heels. So hold this stretch. You should do a nice stretch to the inside of your thigh. So try and keep your chest tall in this position here. Awesome. Then we'll switch legs. So remember chest tall, try to push those hips back towards your heels. Awesome. And then from there, we're just going to finish as we started. So I'm just going to push my hips to the floor, have my chest tall. I'm just going to hold this position. So deep breaths in, big breaths out. We're going to wiggle side to side you can. Then just push my hips back towards my heels again. So hold this position. And relax. Awesome, done. Perfect. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Hope everyone's feeling a little bit more limber, fresh, and ready to go for the rest of the day. Like I said, we've got a core session to go through now. So what I'll do is I'll quickly talk through the exercises. Please make sure you do get involved. Just use it as a bit of an extended warm-up and an opportunity to sneak those extra reps in. Obviously, familiarise yourself with some of the exercises. So the first one, all we're going to be doing from here is we're going to be laying on our backs like so, with our hands on the floor, raise our legs to the sky, and we're going to hold this position. So we're just going to hold this position for 20 seconds. Remember, if you want to make this easier, you can raise your legs slightly higher. If you want to make it harder, legs side of the floor. The most important thing is that your lower back's in contact with the floor the whole time, and then we're bracing our core. So remember, pulling that belly button in. Imagine you've got that belt done up really tight. So we're going to hold those legs out like so. We're just going to hold that position. Even if you bend your legs slightly, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure we're holding that good position. Make sure we're bracing into our core. Okay, perfect. So the next exercise, we'll be letting onto the floor still. You have 90 degrees at your knees, core tight. Imagine you've got a glass of water on one of your legs. It's to drop it to the floor, bring it back. Drop it to the floor, bring it back. Try and keep this other leg completely still. Okay, if you want to make it slightly easier, you can just do a straight bend like this. Just bring it up and down, up and down. Okay, just remember, all you've got to do is imagine you've got that glass of water on your leg. You want to keep it completely still. The next exercise, we're just going to crunch up slightly like so. And then we're going for heel taps. Just trying to touch our heels like so. Okay, imagine if you want to make it slightly, harder, put your feet closer together so you've got to move slightly further. If you want to make it easier, feet wider apart so you can reach your heels slightly easier. So the next exercise, we're going into a side plank. I'll switch this side. So we're going to do a side plank. So all we're going to do from here, feet on top of one another. We're going to push our hips to the sky. And just going to hold this position. Okay, I'm not going to be switching over because obviously with my foot. So I'm going to just say switch when we get halfway through, and you'll have to switch over and switch to the other side. And the final exercise, we're into a plank. So from here, we're going to hold this plank position, and then all we're going to do from here is we're just going to go into little leg raises. So from here, little leg raises, squeeze your glutes, and just hold that position. Okay. Again, I'm only going to be doing one side. However, I'll make sure that you're alternating between both sides and keeping your core nice and still, hips still. Okay, I'll start the timer and then we'll get started. Awesome. So laying on the floor, we're into those holding that sort of hollow rock position here. So legs up, belly button pulled in, hold this position. So remember, if you want to make it slightly easier, raise those legs higher, harder, just on the floor. Just remember, you need to keep your lower back on the floor the whole time and make sure you brace that core. Awesome, very good. Okay, so then we're going to carry on laying on our backs. We have our knees up at 90 degrees, like so. Imagine you've got a glass of water here, you don't want to spill. So drop those legs to the floor. So we'll do one side first, or you could alternate through. I'm going to do one side first. Now switch sides. Imagine that glass on the opposite leg now. Like I said, if you want to make it slightly easier, just do little heel drops like so. Awesome. Okay, so from there, we're just going to do a little crunch up, and then we're going to try and touch our heels. So a little crunch, and just doing heel touches. So remember, if you want to make it harder, move your feet close together. If you want to make it easier, move them further apart. Awesome, superb work, guys. Okay, so now we're into those side planks. So remember, one foot on top of the other, push our hips to the sky. So holding this position, I like to get my hand out of the way and just hold up there. Remember, I'm going to tell you to switch over soon. Okay, so we're going to switch now. So make sure you switch and do your opposite side. Remember, keep those hips tall, belly button pulled in. Hold that position. Awesome, superb work. Okay, and now we're on to our normal plank position and we're just doing little leg raises. Okay, so from here, just little leg raises. Keep that core tight. Remember, don't let your hips shift. And also, when you raise, make sure you squeeze your glutes. Make sure you're alternating legs. Oh, awesome. Superb work, guys. Okay, have a minute's rest and then we'll get back into it. Awesome. So as we go into this next set, I just want you to be thinking on those side planks. Imagine that when you're in that side plank, you're a straight line from the back of your head to your heels. Okay, so you want to be a nice straight line. You don't want your head being forward or your hips being back. Okay, so you have a nice straight line from the back of your head to your heels. Okay, so we're going to hold this position here, so legs up into that sort of hollow rock position. Remember, bracing your core. Imagine you've got that belt on, done really tight up. Okay, imagine you're pulling your belly button to the floor and keep your lower back on the floor the whole time. If you need to raise your legs higher, that's fine. If you want to raise it just off the floor and make it harder, that's fine as well. Awesome, superb stuff. Okay, so we're carrying down the floor. Remember, make sure we brace our cores, belly button pulled in. 90 degrees at our knees. Don't let that glass of water or that imaginary glass of water spill. And switch sides. Awesome, superb work. Okay, so now we're going to do a little crunch up and we're going into those heel touches. So side to side. Remember, still keep that core braced. Awesome, superb work. Okay, so now we're onto our side turns, that side plank. Remember, be thinking of those good positions. Think back of your head in line with the back of your heels. And hold this position. Remember, I like to get that arm out of the way. Have it by your side if you like. And switch sides. 5 seconds left. Awesome, superb work. Okay, and then from now, we're going to go into that plank position. We're just going to go to little leg raises. Remember, keep your core tight, hold that plank. Don't let this little leg raise offset you. Also, make sure you're not overextending here. Make sure you're doing alternate sides. Awesome, superb work, guys. Really, really good. Have a minute's rest, and then we'll go back into the final set. So as we go into this final set, guys, here, the one thing I want to think about in that plank position, make sure you're not raising that leg too far, you're just on an arch or overextending that back. Okay, so make sure you're squeezing your glutes and a small raise. So as we go to this first exercise, remember in this hollow rock position, core braced, back flat against the floor, as you're putting your belly button down to the floor. I like to use my hands into the floor just to stabilize myself. Remember, you can have your legs high to make it easier, lower to make it harder. Awesome, superb work. Okay, so now we're laying onto our back still, 90 degrees at our knees. Imagine you've got that glass of water on one leg. Don't let it spill. And then we do straight sort of drop out here. And switch sides. Remember, you can just drop your heels to the floor like so, keep your knees at 90 degrees. And just work it there if you like. Okay, perfect. Now we've got a little crunch and we're into our heel taps. So into our heel taps here. Awesome, superb work, guys. So now into that side plank. Remember what we said? Back of your head in line with your heels. I'm just going to hold this position. Remember, head back. Don't be reaching forward like this. Head back. And make sure you switch sides. Awesome, great work. Final exercise, we're into that plank with those little leg raises. So remember what we said, don't overextend the arch your back like so. It's a small little leg raise, squeeze your glutes. Make sure you don't let your hips shift side to side. Oh, awesome. Great work, guys. Really, really good today. Pause this. Awesome. Superb work today, guys. Really, really good. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you felt that you got some good hard work done with the core stuff. Just a quick notice, tomorrow there will not be a morning session for the Get Active with Mr Satt, as it's an option for the Just Be Day later on. Okay, so don't panic if you don't see the live stream come up. There will be an opportunity just afterwards. Okay, have a fantastic day and enjoy tomorrow. I will see you later.